Just wanted to show you people how it's possible to edit 4K video on a Mac Mini. There is a Mac Mini, an i5. I also have an i7, but I'm using this i5. And the reason why I'm using the i5 is simply because the i7 Mac Mini I have, which is about the same age, and here's the machine. I'll just give you how did this go here? I'm using 10.1 about this Mac. More info. Sorry, this is shot handheld with an iPhone. It's a 2.5 i5. Has the HD 4000 graphics card. Now it has 1 gig. It's using 1 gig of graphics memory. I have an i7 Mac Mini at the same vintage, probably 2011, and it only has 256. It has a dedicated graphics card, which I always thought was better than the 4000, and in some ways it is, I think. Anyway, let me get to the point of this whole video here. Here is a clip of some wonderful balloons, and I'm going to play this, and I'll show you what settings. This is obviously crazy here. What I'm doing, I'm using optimized original 4K, and I'm using better performance. And as you can see, if I hit the play button here, you'll see everything plays back perfectly. Some balloons in the sun, and there you have it. Now I can also scroll through here like this. Now, why you would not want to transcode this to proxy, I would not know. The reason why I'm doing this is because you can see I have a little project here, a little project of 1110 video clips, and they're all original. I'm using original media because they're just 1080p with shot with an iPhone and a GH3 and a GH2. So if I've thrown these into my project, and obviously now you can't mix proxy and non-proxy media in a project. It would be nice. So that's why I'm using this at the original, the 4K material, and I'll just show you again. There's the 4K material, and there's the Mac Mini i5. And I'll show you what happens if I do full quality, which you never want to do. I don't think you would ever want to do better quality when you're editing. Maybe if you're doing color grading and stuff. And I think it goes to be a bit jumpy here. I'll try and play it again. Whoopsie. Go back. Huh. I guess it's playing at full quality, which is kind of interesting. So there you have it. It's just a little heads up if you're using a Mac Mini. Now, why would you use a Mac Mini to edit video? Well, I don't know. Maybe you're like me and you don't have the resources, or you don't want to go out and spend $3,000 on a Mac Pro, or I guess you could spend $1,600 and get an iMac with a much better video card, which is probably the better option. But if you only want to spend, I don't know, $700 on a Mac Mini or $600 and you have a monitor and a keyboard, then this is the option, and it works. And you can do, you can edit your 4K. You know, if you're on a budget, why you'd be shooting 4K, who knows? But I'm just giving you a little demonstration here of the world of possibilities. You don't need to have, one important thing that I left out is I am using a Thunderbolt, but it's kind of a ghetto, if I may use that phrase. It's kind of a ghetto setup here. I'm using a bare drive, but it's just kind of perched on one of these Seagate $120 Seagate adapters. You're really meant to use one of these Seagate drives that's meant to pop on the bottom here, plonk. But I just use these bare drives, and this is before. I guess you can get a dock now that has a Thunderbolt on it, which is probably a better option than this because you see it's kind of perched precariously. I've tried this with USB 3 and it works. Obviously, you pay $50 for this goddamn cable, which is annoying. But it's perfectly possible to edit a project. Here's a 1,000 clip project using a Mac Mini. And that's the point of this video, which I've said 100 times, so I apologize for the redundancy. But there you go, the GH4 you can edit your video. Now if you're doing color grading and things like that, obviously you don't want to go every 4K project I'm going to do in proxy. So I'm just, this particular project I have, which is a kid's video, my kid, I have to have this in the original quality just because that's how I'm editing, because I don't want to transcode 1100 clips just because I don't know, I don't need to for what I'm doing. So there you have it, folks.